And now, with all that out of the way, Devil and Poplar gone, just really us and Kaine left. A few more interesting things I wanted to say. First off, humanity's pretty much gone, because the biggest problem that humanity would have had facing them was that the Gestalt project had, well, it had a couple weaknesses, but one of its big weaknesses that we've seen is that Gestalts cannot handle sunlight. You know, they die, basically. And by using armor, they were able to somewhat combat that. But, you know, you don't want to walk around all your life with armor. So you've got to find a place, like a bastion, like they said, that you can hide from it and live your life in a relatively normal-ish type of way. Well, the Lost Shrine was a pretty good place for that. No one had a reason to go to the Lost Shrine. There was nothing of value here, really. Nothing of interest, so no one went there. For the most part, anyway. And so it was a good spot for Shades to go, because, well, the problem with the Junk Heap is there were robots that, you know, could have been dangerous, but also those boys were investigating the Junk Heap. The problem with the temple was that kings would go in there and try to prove their worth, and so on and so forth. Basically, this is one of the few places that they could really go and be safe, and Nier's not letting that happen. And the only thing that we really have left, honestly, because all of those children are gone, the only thing we've got left really to defend are a few random adults that are still laying around, and what appears to be maybe a bunch of 10-year-olds. Which is quite tragic if you think about it. Not particularly adept at fighting, not very good at dodging, dealing with damage. They kind of just get mowed down. In an extremely tragic way, mind you. Kind of makes me think of all those third world countries when they start employing children as soldiers, and, well, that's pretty sad. And that's why we're picking up all this used coloring books and crayons and all sorts of fun things that kids like. And not murder. Definitely not murder. And at the end of it all, what is Nier left with here? He's lost his good friend Emil, Devil and Poplar are gone, and his book friend Vice is kind of going south right now. And it was all to save Yona, but honestly, he's got almost nothing left for him after this except Yona. And we already know Kaine kind of blows him off after this as well. She's pretty weird. And one last reveal. I think this is the last one I have for the video. The Shadow Lord here is, of course, Nier from about 1,300 years ago.
Strike hard.
The same Nier, mind you, in some form or another, anyway. Which some people had guessed at, so good job on you guys. I know it wasn't super hard to guess, but good job on you for guessing that.
I am nothing like you.
And his goal, as you might have noticed, is all he really wants is to get his daughter back. Yep. All he really wants is to get his daughter back. Which, okay, let me pause so I can actually think straight. What he had done was he had taken his version of his daughter, I guess Shade daughter or whatever, and forced her into current Nier, Yona's daughter. What you'll notice, you know, we'll get to it again, but what had happened before was Yona was like, there's another girl in this body and she misses her dad. That's what we were talking about at the time. And whenever you see that one scene where she says, I'm sorry, Dad, and we'll see it again, don't worry. I'm sorry, Dad, and she ends up going into the sunlight and kind of disappearing, or she does this really weird, like, darkness-looking thing that comes out of her. That's her basically dying. The first Yona dying, mind you, not the current Yona. Sorry if I got really sidetracked. I had a lot I wanted to say today, and I have a notepad document over here, but it's kind of difficult to remember everything. It really is. Even with a notepad document, it's difficult to figure out exactly how I want to slip it into the conversation.
Hey, Sunshine. There's something kinda weird happening in your heart. The hate is gone. The sadness is gone. It's just a bunch of white light now. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it.
I think it's called character development, Tyrion. But never mind that. We have a Nier to murder.
Don't you get it, Tyrion? I'm not the only voice in my life. There's plenty of others. I'm a curse, a freak. I know that. He knows it. But guess what? He still accepts me. He still forgives me.
Oh, come on. You're doing this for him?
I'm tired of it. And everybody in it. I'll become a sword one last time! Vice, you alright?
Naturally, I'm as fit as a fit.
Wait. Dad.
Yona. What?
Dad. Stop. Please. I don't want this anymore. I don't need someone else's body. I don't want it.
Hint, hint, this is old Yona talking in current Yona's body.
Inside this body. I can hear her. She keeps crying. She says she wants to see her dad.
Yona's been possessed?
This girl loves her father too, as much as I do. She loves him just as much. It's not right that she can't see him. Are you Dad?
Yes, I am. Let's go home.
The shade that possessed her is gone.
And of course, that original Yona is essentially dead. Old Yona, as it were. And, well, old Nier pretty much has nothing left to live for at this point. All he's got left is basically to go mad with rage.
You want me to understand your sadness? You think I'm gonna sympathize with you? I swore to protect my daughter and my friends. If someone puts them in danger, they must stand aside or be cut down. Come on, let's go.
Alright, final battle time.
I have something to defend. I have a reason to live.
Interestingly enough, it almost seems like I think you can understand Gestalt Nier a little bit. It's been a while since we've been in here, hasn't it? We should go investigate Yona and see how she's doing.
Here, Dad. You can have this cookie.
I don't need it. I'm already full.
But that's what you said yesterday. You haven't been eating anything, have you? Come on. At least take half.
Thanks.
Hey, Dad. Thanks for always being there for me. not your half.
Yona.
And that's it. That's ending B of Nier. Which, like I said, they're gonna play the same song but in another language. I don't know which one it is right off because I don't have it in front of me. But maybe you can figure it out, I don't know. But that's ending B, and one more thing I'd like to note is that ending A and ending B aren't true endings. They're sort of ambiguous endings, to tell you the truth. They just kind of ambiguously end, and then they don't end, really. They're to be continued endings, if that's any indication, and we'll actually get the real endings in ending C and ending D. But like I said, if you guys have anything that you're curious about or wanting to know, feel free to ask, because at this point I can tell a lot more, and there's some more backstory stuff I can't tell about, but most of the stuff that's in the game I can pretty much talk about now. So feel free to ask. In fact, I would actually encourage you to ask. I like talking about it. There we go. There's one more scene for us, and I think we're going to cut to that really quick, so be back in just a moment. The UFO? Nope, it's our good friend Emil.
Wow, that was crazy. I can't believe how well my sister's body holds up. Kinda hard to move when you're just ahead. I wonder where everybody is. I can't wait to see them again. But before that can happen, there's some stuff I gotta do first. Like finding a body. Or at least some legs. I sure hope Kaine and Vice haven't killed each other yet. I swear, you leave them alone for 1 minute.
You know, it's pretty funny because I like that ending. I do. That one's a fun one. Just, it's kind of weird, but it's fun. Though, there's more to that ending. And that ending's actually pretty dark. Alright, so ending C. Obtain all the weapons in the game, and you'll be able to make one final decision that affects the story. So unfortunately, that's what I'm going to have to be doing next is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is literally from the beginning of the game. Yeah. And I literally have to get every weapon in the game. Now, apparently that's not as hard as it seems. Apparently it's only like a couple hours endeavor, but it's still there as is, and I might... I'll be watching the Let's Play I was watching to see if they included anything of importance, and I might include some of that. I'm not 100% sure how this next set's gonna go, but you'll know when it does come out. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed ending B, and I'll see you next time for some more Nier. Bye!